Hi guys, thanks for joining me. Apologies for the little short start there. I actually managed to go live in a completely different group. Start as you mean to go on. This is what happens when I don't have a pixie bee. I'm just saying. She's off. She's, lap of luxury, having her feet up. So hopefully I am coming to you live now in the right group. I get so confused with Facebook. So I'm just going to wait for one of the pixies in event chat to tell me that I am indeed live and that we do have sound. There is a little bit of a delay with the broadcast, so what you see is about 5 to 10 seconds behind what I've actually done. Unfortunately for me, it doesn't mean I can edit out the bloopers. So if one of the pixies could please let me know that I've got sound and all is well in event chat, I would appreciate it. Thank you very much. So as I said, I am pixie bee-less today, but you do have a couple of the Makery pixies flitting about in the live chat for you. That's Pixie Haley, Sarah Summerton, and there may even be some others in there. I don't know. I think they're having a party. So thank you for joining me. Welcome to the original Needle Felting UK Autumn Festival. Many of you know that we kicked off the festival back in spring for you guys as well, and we made fluffs. That was funny little unidentified fluffy fellows. And today we thought we'd keep the silly theme going, and we're going to be making some fun guys. And what better way to celebrate the autumn than to be making, I don't know what they're doing, they've just turned round. It's all going to pieces. So I'm assuming that as I haven't seen a flurry of messages on the screen in front of me, that the sound is actually okay. If somebody could confirm that. I can't actually see the live chat. Let me see if I can just, it's very weird seeing myself. There we go. Hi Alex. I just flipped over. If you see me look just off to the light, it's not that I've got a problem. I'm like all over the place. It's that the chat is just there, so that hopefully I will be able to read some of your comments as we go through. So hi Sarah, I know Sarah Brown's in the chat, as is the lovely Leslie Best. Nina's in the chat. Hi Carola, nice to see you all. I'm really glad that you could all join me. So we are going to be making this. I've got all the bits pre-made because it would take a little bit longer than I actually have to make this. But so I will be going through the parts and a quick assembly and just some little tips and tricks and a chat and everything. But after the show, there is a free PDF download, and it's many pages of each of the steps for making the fungi. Not the pot and everything else, but just the actual main little character. And as you can see, there's a little double one there. This is just a guide. It gives you some basic tips and techniques, but you can make them all different sizes. You could do them different colours. You can give them different phases. You know, we've got lots. Hi Kathy, nice to see you, mate. Kathy lives just down the road. Put the kettle on after. I'm going to need it after this. So also in the back of the PDF, you're going to find that there's a pattern, and again, it's a rough guide. We've got weights and measures as well, so we really are looking after you guys. So what you don't get from the live video here, you will be able to get that step by step at the end of the broadcast. Speaking of which, that would be on our website, which is www.mumsmakery.co.uk. Alrighty, so firstly what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a couple of little quick dates for your diary. And up next we've got our crafternoon. Now crafternoons are just crafter afternoons, where we just do some very, it's very informal. We will be making I had to put them in a pot because they kept going wandering off. We're going to be making hedgehogs. Look at that. It's so cute. Let me put you on a closer. Look at that. And you've got a baldy hedgehog as well. Hedgehog. There is a PDF. Hang on. There is a PDF. I keep forgetting which camera I'm on. There is a PDF on how to make this. It's a little bit of sort of homework, because the subject of the Crafternoon is really going to be making these hedgehog spines or prickles out of your actual fluff. So it's going to be a really good little tutorial. But like I said, there is a PDF, projects, infos and downloads link. That is your gateway on our website to all things fun. It's not really, there's just a whole bunch of stuff there. Weights and measures, free tutorial lists. What else is there? Lots of stuff. Just click on the link, you'll see there's absolutely loads of stuff there for you. Our next event, well, it's a live launch. It's not an event. I must not call it an event. There's no event bag or anything, but our Christmas live launch will be on the 1st of November at 7 p.m. because it's a day of the week. So yeah, that's going to be on the evening, and all of the Christmas stuff will be coming back out, and we've got some new stuff for you guys as well. And finally, we are doing it again, the Mum's Makery Halloween party, the sequel. It's going to be Halloween 2 Pixie Carnage. And I will leave that up to your imagination. Okay, so I know we're a little bit stuck for time, and I did start 5 minutes early, so I'm really going to get stuck in. There's not going to be an awful lot of refinement on my part. I'm basically going to hit the pre-made parts straight out the gate. So I'm going to be using white. Off-white would also work, but I mean, whatever colour you're using really. And according to my my PDF, which I keep having to, 4.5 grams of white wool is effectively in this base. And pocket scale is your friend. This you can get these on Amazon, eBay, all over the place, and these will let you weigh out very small increments of wool, and not such small increments of wool, but what that means, particularly when you're doing repetitive parts like petals and things like that, you can weigh out 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. And our templates, which we're not, this is all completely freehand, by the way. We wanted to give you guys something that you could do just straight out the gate with your own stash. So there was no kit for this. This is a stash buster. So 4.5, not even sure I know what 4.5 grams looks like. I'm so used to dealing with such small, teeny little pieces of wool. And I was correct. I have no idea what 4 grams looks like. That's close enough. So here's my white, and off-white, again, you know, as I said, would also work. And what you're going to do is you're going to sort of roll it. Let me just make sure that I've got the weight right. Yes, I have. Okay, so this is around 4.5, and you're just going to make, so you see I've got this bit of wool, pop your fingers in, bring it up round your fingers, and you get that nice bulbous bottom. And we like, I don't want to say we like bulbous bottoms. It's bad enough when I say we've got fluffy bottoms. Oh, where are my needles? Focus, Sam. So just start by getting a rough shape, and this is what we're aiming for. That's what we're aiming for. So we're going to just pop that round, you know, hold it in place. I'm using my 36 star, which is quite an aggressive needle. And whenever you're felting a 3D thing, you always sort of felt to the middle of the project. This is a little loose, so my needle is going most of the way through. But as you can see, I'm using my finger. So my finger's almost like a stop. So when my finger hits that fluff, I'm going to stop. And I'm just going to keep turning it and keep moving it. And if you don't have a perfect sort of drop shape, it doesn't matter. These things are so versatile. You can put them any way that you like. So what you're going to do is just keep working this down into a really nice sort of drop shape. And you do want to make this quite solid. This one, it's really solid. All of this wool is going down into this little shape. Obviously the bulk of the wool is in here. So I'm going to pretend that we've sat here and felted, and my rule of thumb is if you think it's finished, just give it a few more minutes. And in the PDF you'll see, once you start firming it up and stuff, rolling it around in your hands helps you create that nice sort of smooth surface. Yes, it was 4.5 grams according to my PDF. There was such a flurry of going live in the wrong group this morning. I'm going to try and sort of follow the PDF for you guys. Mainly because that way it will sort of, they'll have a bit of continuity. So the next thing that we do, I believe, is the top. So once you've got your little shape like this, I'm going to sort of blast through the main sort of parts of it, so that we can get to just doing a bit of sort of quirky phases and some sort of little techniques. So up next, we're going to make the cap. Now the cap is, let me give this a little measure. This one's about 6 centimeters in diameter. You can use a circle of anything if you've got anything with a sort of a circle of about that size. I don't know if we've got a template that's about 60 mil, but there we go. So when you make your cap, let's see, the cap is about 3 grams. It's about 3 grams in there. And then we're going to take about 1.5 grams. Sorry, I have to keep looking. We're going to take about 1.5 grams of red and literally fold it up into a lump. And this doesn't have to be pretty because you're not going to see it. So we just want a bit of a lump, and then we're sort of going to make, I'm going to keep that sort of nice rounded top. So my fluffy bit is going to go towards. And then we're going to felt sort of a, I don't know what the shape is, but sort of an arch. Let's see. We're going to make that sort of dome shape. This one has got a much longer sort of shape to it. So yeah, there's so much creative license with these things. And if you make these, I just want to let you know, I was asked this earlier, anything that you make with any Mum's Makery things, you can sell them. We're not worried. You know, you put the effort and time into making the thing, so you should absolutely be able to sell it. The only thing that we ask that you don't do is sell our patterns and tutorials and products. Well, at least not without sending me a message and asking. But this is, I'm still on my 36 star, which is quite an aggressive needle for my wool, but it will, you can see, let me pop you back on the overhead. We're sort of getting that mushroom cap, like so. There we go. Right, let me grab my bright red, which is behind me, and hope that everything doesn't come cascading off the shelf. So I'm going to need a little bit more of the red, and I am speeding through this. But you can see that we've got a line. Now there's several ways that you can deal with a line. You can scratch up the surface fibres and blend them out into the project. However, what we're going to do is, you would obviously again take a little bit more time over this, but what we're going to do is I'm going to just lay down some fibres over the whole thing. I'm going to go up to a 38 spiral, which is a lighter needle. And again, really, really light. I'm just using the tip of the needle, and you can see that it's covering really nicely. Tip of the needle, and again, mine is going to have a lot of pit marks in it because mine's quite soft. You want to really firm this up before you put your sort of lay your fibres over the top, but I'm doing this at full speed. There. So I'm just going to pull off some of these excess fibres, get rid of those, and you know, you can do more than one layer. As I said, you can build up your caps in completely different ways. I'm just going to go around my cap and tidy up all of these fibres. So I don't have a particularly deep cap, but I can't wait to see what different sort of colours and shapes and all sorts. Now, if you've got a round template, then by all means pop this back in the template. But effectively, we're just going round and tidying up. And as I said, yours will be a lot firmer. So, and it won't be so fuzzy. It were proper panic stations when the pixies are going, "You're in the wrong group." Insert expletive. So I'm going to leave mine there like that. It's rough, people. It's really rough. But we will get there. So the next thing that you make, once you've got your cap all lovely, not like mine, this is turning into another batshit pig. Which, if anybody knows, we were creating sheeps, and because I was focusing so much on what I was doing, not what I was doing, I was focusing on obviously the cameras and, you know, keeping Pixie Bee in line. I've just seen a message flash up. Sarah wants her phoenix. Mine. I'll pull this over, have a look at this. This is stunning. Check this out. This is using our new Blaze wool. It's a custom blend that we make. It's a limited edition, so once it's gone, but look at that. That's made with the Blaze. We've got a few. We just had our autumn fair. Which I actually think there are one or two, I think there's a couple, 2 or 3 event kits left. So if you don't have an event kit and you did want one, obviously we've already had the event, but you can pick up a kit. So yeah, we had a few new products. I'll just grab a few things actually from, and just show you. Look at this. This is the new fern. Let me work out where the camera is. That's the new fern leaf. Which is called large fern. Look, how sweet is that? On that little bit of driftwood. And we also launched the tree stump template set or project set, and that helps you. And again, PDFs for this is on the, or for making a tree stump is on the website as well. And look at that. How cute is that? What else have we got? We've got PDFs showing you how to make the damson and the string ball. Oh, that was fun. That was a lot of glue. So yeah, do head over to our website, as I mentioned before. That's mumsmakery.co.uk, and have a mooch about. There's lots of stuff over there for you guys to have a look at. And while I'm on the subject, if you're not already, please do head over to our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/mumsmakery, and subscribe. We do lives, we do make it with, there's lots of free tutorials and content over there, but you know, do subscribe because every little helps. Okay, back to this. Now I need a drink, excuse me. It's it's hard work being on your own. Right. Oh, I have to point out that for our Halloween event, there was a party bag and they're all sold out, I'm afraid. But because they all sold out and they sold out pretty quick, what I'm going to do is, with our party bags and event kits, there's always exclusive templates. And what I'm going to do is, for anybody who's at the party and joins us, I will have the template only that is in the event kit or in the party bag. I will have available to purchase. As I said, it's not, we don't normally, but we sold out of the party bags. So the template will be available after the Halloween show. I'm not going to show you what's in it. Okay, so moving on. What we're going to do now is make these sort of little bulbous shapes. And what this is for, hang on, let me find the right bit. It's like I can't be left too unsupervised. Excuse the rattly. But what we're going to do now is make all of these. And you do that, it's really simple. Let me just move all of this out of the way a minute. Otherwise I'm going to pick up the wrong bit. Put the body over there. Pretty much exactly the same as our, as we made this shape. So that's the sort of thing you're doing, but you want a bit of fluffy at both ends because we want to be able to attach it. So I will skip the making of that and skip straight to the attaching of that, and just keep making them and putting them round. Where's it gone? Where's it? There it is. So jam it in there, felt it down, and then bring that over and attach it. And you want to get underneath. I'm going to go up to my 40 spiral, my light needle, because I don't want to change the shape too much, but I do just want to felt it down a little bit. There. So you just fit all of these in, felt them into place, firm it up just a little bit, but keep those nice sort of pillowy segments underneath. And again, speed felting. There, and then you've got those nice sort of clusters of drops. So what you need to do after that is you're going to make a strip like this, and again the PDF will show you how, and will also show you how not to stab your fingers. Putting this between two pieces of card so that when you're felting like this, you're not at risk of stabbing your finger, at least too much. But nice and gently, when you're doing the edge of this, you really just want to be using the first barb or two on the needle. So don't be tempted to try the sort of the harder you stab down into the fibre. Firstly, it will distort your line, but secondly, use a light needle, and you know, if you do manage to pierce the cardboard, you won't drive right through into your finger. So the PDF will show you how much wool is in each segment. That's a really good idea. The PDF does tell me, but I put it on the floor. It's not going well. Hang on. Oh, hang on, I'll just weigh one. This is the nice thing about the pocket scale as well. Obviously, they differ in size, and I would recommend differing them in size so it's not too uniform. But this one is about 0.75, so anywhere between 0.6 and 0.8 of a gram will do you a nice sort of big segment like that. This smaller segment, 0.4, 0.5. So that's basically your range. So what you're going to do, pop you back on the overhead. What you're going to do is once you've got your sort of your straight edge, you want this frizzy bit, and you're going to lay it down like that. So nice and light to start with. And if I don't have the measurement, hang on, let me get my ruler before I commit to this. This piece is about 18 centimetres, about 180 mil. Let's see, that's the wrong way around, but yeah, and that sort of just fits. I will pull a little bit more as I attach, but what we're looking for is to do that. So you've got a little bit of the white poking out underneath, but you get this lovely edge. So I'm just going to go round and attach that edge, bring that up into the cap. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a pull, and I'm using my lightest needle, just a few tacking stabs to put this in place. We'll sort out all of the blending and, you know, making it all seamless in just a minute, but for now I just want to get it all the way round. Lots of frizz. The frizz is your friend with this, because the frizz will blend out into your project and create that sort of seamless transition between the parts. So nice and quickly, I'm just going to go all over this. And again, I'm using my finger so that I'm felting to the middle of the project. I'm going to go up to my 38 spiral now. And needles are like florist wire. The higher the number, the finer the needle. So the 40 is one of the finest needles. I believe needles do go up to 42. But I find that the 40 is a really good all-rounder for sort of putting the fibres down. Then you've got the 38, which is, I use a spiral, that's my preference, but all needles really do the same thing. It's just your preference. So I'm just going to rub my surface a little bit because I'm speedy felting. There, and you can see that we've got that nice little cap. And again, this is not as firmly felted as I would like, but it's good enough to get the idea. There we go. Okay, so there we go. That is everything for the cap there. And I've got a little bit of a line there. You can still see that I've got those pity marks. And if you've got that, then just lay down some extra fibre on the top. Get your fine needle and just with the first barb all over, and you will end up with a very nice sort of blend for over your entire project. So I've just seen somebody ask if we've got a discount code for this weekend. We're not doing a discount code, but we are doing a giveaway. Whoops. And I don't know what the price is. But posts will be going up in the Facebook group the Autumn Festival Facebook group after the show, once the pixies tell me what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, while I think of it, for all of you that are in the UK, dryer balls. I found these in Asda the other day, and they were £5 for 2, and they were really good size. They're about, I think they're about 8 centimetres diameter. Christmas is coming. I'm just saying. I'd buy a load of these. Snowman. So we pop those down there. Right. Okay, so that's the lid. And what are we on now? Oh, we're making the nose next. What am I doing for time? I'm okay. Don't forget, the PDF will be available on our website, and that's going to be maybe about 5 or 10 minutes after the show finishes. I will get it up. Go under the projects, infos and downloads link, or you can go to the calendar link, which shows you everything that we've done this year and everything we are still to do this year. And there are links to things like info pages where it gives you lists of materials and stuff like that. So either the calendar of events or the PDF downloads, the PDF for this will be there, because I think I'm going to run out of time before I get to the end of it. But it's totally my bad. I was in the wrong group. I'm never going to live this down now. Right, so we're gonna say that we followed the PDF and we made the notes. So this is what we are doing in terms of the nose shape. And again, we've got the bulbous nose, little bit of frizz, and we're going to attach the nose like so. And again, lightest needle to start. Just give yourself a few tacking stabs. Have a look. Do I like it? Do I need to put it a bit lower? Do I need to put it a bit higher? I think I'm good, mainly because I don't have time for it not to be in the right place. There we go. So felt your nose onto your body. There we go. So there's the nose. Now it's a bit flat underneath, so what I'm going to do is get my slightly thicker needle, my 38, and I'm going to just pin it down a little bit and just give him a couple of nostrils. So I'm just going to focus, you can see, just focusing on that one little area, and it just pillows the fluff round. And then I'm going to use my light needle just to go around the edge. Again, just really accent those nostrils like that. There we go, there's his nose. Next up, we're going to make eyeballs now. Hold on, let me get the eyeballs. I had to put everything's in little packets. Everything's in little packets. Do this first. So again, the PDF is going to show you how to make the eyeballs. What we're going to do is just do some quick sort of placement. And again, I'm just going to use my... there are lots of different ways to do eyeballs, but what I'm going to do is just catch that edge and drive through. Catch the edge and drive through, because we want it attached. I'm using my lightest needle because if you think, oh, I don't want the eye there, then you can move it because you've not really felted it in place. You get some wiggle room or some working room. Hopefully this is coming out on camera. So, and I am using a driving technique. I'm using most of the needle to drive that. He looks very surprised. So once you've done that, then what we're going to do is make some eyelids. And it's made exactly the same way as we did that sort of very long piece to wrap around. So there. And pop over his eyelid like that. Stab it down into place. You have droopy eyes. And eyelids, they are they're very useful. They do bring things to life, I think. And they can also make a lot of expression for your creation as well. I feel that this is now not going well because the eyelids are in the wrong place, but he looks a bit grumpy. Angry shroom. He looks miffed with me. Let me pop that down there. So once you've got your eyelids on, then what we're going to do is put his lips on. I'm just checking how I'm doing for time. And again, the lips are exactly the same as the eyelids, just bigger. So again, you know, use the PDF. So to make his lip, you're going to put the fluff up underneath his nose and just felt along that line. Now this you actually want to sort of stand out a little bit. So all of this fluff is going to go underneath the nose, and we'll re-establish those nostrils and things in just a second. I'm using quite a sturdy needle. I'm using my 38. So there's one lip. Let me just get those nostrils back up. And then, where's my other lip gone? There. And here, you see, this is when you can really start to build some character. Anchor in one corner. Decide where you want the other one. Tack it in place. And then use all of that frizz to blend out. I'm not going to have time to finish putting all this frizz in, but I will do as quickly as I can. I've got about 5 minutes of wiggle room, so because you've got an absolutely great lineup. Don't forget that there are live tutorials going on all day long. There are videos going up in group. It's just 2 days of felting fun and mayhem, and you know, you've got a lot of really great companies who are bringing you so much stuff. So once you've got your mouth, you're going to use a little bit of the Storm Grey and just felt inside the mouth, just to give it that sort of depth and shading. He does look very annoyed with me. So I'm going to point the needle that way, and that will open up that side a little bit. He does look very, I don't know if he looks shocked or annoyed. There we go. Now there are a couple of other things, like putting a little tiny line of black, or storm rather, in the eye. You know, you're just going to roll out a very, very small bit, line it, you know, just roll, 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 roll. And don't try to felt excess in. I'm just going to snip that off there. I'm going to snip that off there. And then felt in. And you see you get just a really nice sort of definition to the eye. So finally, you're going to use this sort of frizz up at the top. And I am going to use my 36 star and go all the way around. So spread out that frizz so it goes in all directions. And then felt this guy really firmly into the center. Lastly, just some dots, and they can be all different sizes. Just roll it up, pop it on, use your lightest needle just to sort of splat it in place, round and round and round, tidy up your edges, and voila, you have a spot. Ta-da! I don't think I've ever felted anything so fast. But there you go. There's my little fungi. No, on camera, that one. This one has been put into a pot. Now, the size of this pot is a 40 mil. It's a 40, no, just measure it, Sam. It's about 80 mil diameter, this pot, and it is about 80 mil tall. So 8 centimetre diameter by 8 tall. It's just your basic terracotta pot. And this is our grass template, which you can find on the website. All of the walls and things you can find on the website. Let's get over another one. There we go. Check that out. And you see there's just little additions. There's a little worm, there's a little snail. We've got one up here that broke, the pot broke. So somebody at the autumn fair suggested that rather than repot it, we just put some brown wool in there and make it look like that. So that's what we did. Epic suggestion. So there's my half-finished fungi. It has been an absolute pleasure, despite the false start and everything else. So please don't forget that you've got a whole raft of stuff on the website. The PDF will be there as soon as I end the broadcast. I will go over and have a coffee and pop up the PDF. Don't forget that we do have our Halloween party on the 2nd of October. There are no event bags left, or there's no party bags left, I should say. But you can, you will be able to buy the template that is in that party bag at the show. There will be lots of giveaways and stuff as well. So do head over to our Facebook group. That's not our Facebook group. That's our website. That's our Facebook group. So that's facebook.com/group/mumsmakery. There are some entry questions. Please do answer them. That just helps admin get you in the group faster. And with that, I hope you will join us on the 25th, which I think is next weekend. I want to say it's next weekend, where we will be making these hedgehogs. So Craft News are completely free. There's no kit or anything. We're just going to show you how to make it. And there is a PDF over on the website as well for how to make that little body. So you've got a little bit of homework to get ready in advance. Thank you so much, everybody, for spending your time with me today. I hope you have an incredible festival. I know that I'm going to be off and looking at all of the goodies that everybody is bringing. So for me, for now, I wish you all a very crafty day.